to the American Dream. I'm your host, Jan Ryan. Have you ever wanted to learn how to fly? Well, you can do that right here at the Ramona Airport. I learned here about 20 years ago, and they've made it even easier now with the Ramona Flight Training Center. I'm here with Eric Goforth, co-founder of the Ramona Flight Training Center. And thank you so much, Eric, for having us here.
Thank you for coming to visit. I really appreciate it and having me on the show. It's going to be fun.
I love it. And I can't believe what you've created here. What's your inspiration?
When I decided to become a professional pilot, I went through a lot of different training programs, and I really wanted to do something unique and different that was centered solely around the needs of the student.
What do you recommend for somebody who wants to get their pilot's license?
If you want to get started with your pilot's license, usually the best thing to do is reach out to a local flight training program and schedule what's called a discovery flight and see if it actually is something you enjoy. It's a journey, but it doesn't end if you don't start.
And I love that. You've had students everywhere from 13 years old up to mothers of 5, and they've become pilots, corporate pilots.
Yeah. Aviation spans from those that want to do it as a career to those that are finding, a long gone passion that they never pursued and they now want to pursue it later on in life. Career changes, prior military that now want to transition to civilian aviation. High school students, who just think it's a fun way to spend the day. And it really is the whole gamut. And you'd be surprised, we have international students, people come from all over the world. To come and learn to fly in the U.S. and we support them, and it's an amazing community. At the end of the day, they all love the one thing, and it's like, I want to be in the sky.
Yeah, it's a family, it feels.
It really quickly becomes a family. It's an incredibly small community, and I mean, we do not just, not do we just share aviation, we, party together, we vacation together, we travel together, you quickly grow into a very, very warm family. And we all look out for each other, and we're all pushing each other to the same goals.
So I saw today you just had passed a couple of students that were 18.
We've had people come in as young as 14 years old and begin training. There's requirements on how old you have to be before you can hit that finish line, but there really is no age restriction on learning how to begin to flying. So we've had people approach us at 14 years old. I know that I want to become, and so I want to start now so that when I hit that age requirement, that's the day I can become a pilot, instead of starting then and then going down training. Mm-hmm.
So what's the oldest you've seen somebody get their license?
We've had people well into their 70s start training. A lot of them do it as a retirement dream that they've always wanted to do. So they've had the career and they've done all that. Now they want the adventure of flying, and so they'll start it well into their retirement years. One
of the big questions is, let's say somebody does an introductory class. Mm-hmm. How much time, how much money does it take? What do you see?
That's always a difficult question to answer because it really depends on your time availability and your aptitude to pick up the knowledge and the skill. And everybody's different. And so there is no right or wrong answer. The regulations say that you will have to have had at least 40 hours in the airplane before they would entertain giving you a license. And that's really what your instructor and you pursue for, is hitting those minimum requirements. But some people just take a little bit longer to develop the skill that they need or whatever. So roughly, it depends on how much time I've had people finish it in a month.
Wow.
And I've had people that take a year. So it really depends on their availability and their resources and their aptitude to learn it.
And then the path after that. Let's say if you get your private, and then if you want to be an instructor or you want to be commercial.
It really depends on what your goal is. If you want to fly recreationally, you can kind of stop there. If you want to maybe fly longer distances, you might want to develop other ratings like your instrument or whatever. If you plan on doing it professionally, then there's a few more steps after that. So if you want to be doing it for a living, it's a little bit of a longer journey, but really at the end of the day, if you just want to do it for recreation, it's really not that long of a journey.
Well, I can't thank you enough for starting the Ramona Flight Training Center and co-founding it.
Yeah.
So thank you. It's done so much for Ramona. Just a few minutes from the Ramona Airport, you have to check out my new listing. The cool thing about this is it's West End Ramona. It's in the gated community of Highland Hills Estates, which is so special because it is adjacent to over 3,500 acres of the Grasslands Preserve where you can hike, bike, and horseback ride. This property is on nearly 10 acres and this beautiful estate custom home for $1,750,000. Compare that with what you can get down the hill. Also Ramona, we're just 30 minutes to downtown San Diego, 30 minutes to world-class beaches, yet we're out of the traffic. Thank you for joining me on The American Dream. Looking forward to more exciting episodes in the future.